Good morning, students. Welcome to Good Samaritan School Isapur online classes. This is your geography class, and today we are going to study chapter 5 Major Domains of the Earth. So let's begin. Major domains of the Earth. The surface of the Earth is a complex zone in which three main components of the environment meet, overlap, and interact. So, the three major components of the environment are, you will see, geosphere, which is also known as lithosphere, hydrosphere, and atmosphere. Now, in the Greek language, lithos means stone, atmos means vapor, and hydro means water, and bios means life, and that's how these words are termed. So, lithosphere, as it means stone, it is the solid portion of the earth on which we live is called lithosphere. Now, the next one is atmosphere. The gaseous layers that surround the earth is the atmosphere, where oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, and other gases are found. So, therefore, atmos means vapor. All the gaseous layers come under atmosphere. The next is hydrosphere. Water covers a very big area of the Earth's surface, and this area is called hydrosphere. The hydrosphere comprises water in all its forms, that is, ice, water, and water vapor. The next one is hydrosphere. As we have already seen, all forms of water, that is ice, water, and water vapor, are found in hydrosphere. Then comes biosphere. Now, bio means life. The biosphere is the narrow zone where we find land, water, and air together, which contains all forms of life. So, as you can see here, land, water, and air together, when they are together, then they support life, and that is what is called as biosphere. Now we will see lithosphere. The solid portion of the earth is called the lithosphere. It comprises the rocks of the earth's crust and the thin layers of soil that contain nutrient and elements which sustain organisms. There are two main divisions of the earth's surface. The large land masses are known as the continents, and the huge water bodies are called the ocean basins. So in this you can see these colorful part is the land part, and all these are different continents, and this blue part is the ocean, and this is known as the ocean basins. All the oceans of the world relate to one another. So none of the ocean is like not connected to the other one. All of it is connected to one another. The level of sea water remains the same everywhere. Elevation of land is measured from the level of the sea, which is taken as 0. So the level of sea is taken as 0, and the elevated land is measured, its height, its elevation is measured in terms of how high up it is from the level of the sea. The highest mountain peak, Mount Everest, is 8,848 meters above the sea level. So, how is the height of the Mount Everest measured? It is measured with respect to the sea level, and it is above 8,848 meters above the sea level. The same way, the greatest depth of 11,022 meters is recorded at Mariana Trench in the Pacific Ocean. So, the depth of the ocean, the greatest depth of the ocean is 11,022 meters at Mariana Trench in the Pacific Ocean. Now we will see the continents one by one. Continents. There are 7 major continents. these are separated by large water bodies. So you can see in between the landforms, large water bodies are there. So they are separated by large water bodies. These continents are Asia, Europe, Africa, North America, South America, Australia and Antarctica. So all of these you can spot here. Here is North America and here is South America. Then comes Europe and Asia and then Africa. This region is Africa. Here is Australia and here is the Antarctica. Now the first one is Asia. Asia is the largest continent. It covers about 1/3 of the total land area of the earth. So in this you can see Asia is the largest and it is the 1/3 of the total land area of the earth. The continent lies in the eastern hemisphere. The Tropic of Cancer passes through this continent. Asia is separated from Europe by the Ural Mountains on the west. The combined landmass of Europe and Asia is called Eurasia. So in this particular diagram you can see here is Russia and here is Asia and here is, as you can see in this, Europe. So Asia and Europe, they are separated by the Ural Mountains, this one, and together they are formed as Eurasia. The next one is Europe. Europe is much smaller than Asia. The continent lies to the west of Asia. The Arctic Circle passes through it. It is bound by water bodies on three sides. So it has water bodies on three sides and it is much smaller than Asia. Next one is Africa. Africa is the second largest continent after Asia. The equator or 0-degree latitude runs almost through the middle of the continent. A large part of Africa lies in the northern hemisphere. The Sahara Desert, the world's largest hot desert, is the Sahara Desert, is in Africa. So you can see here this particular area completely, this whole thing is Sahara Desert. The continent is bound on all sides by oceans and seas. So this continent also has ocean on all sides. Look at the world map. You will notice that the world's longest river, the Nile, flows through Africa, and here is the river, Nile River, which flows through Africa. Okay, children. Next one is North America. North America is the third largest continent of the world. It is linked to South America by a very narrow strip of land called the Isthmus of Panama. So here is North America, this is South America, and both are connected by a very narrow strip of land which is known as Panama Isthmus or Isthmus of Panama. The continent lies completely in the northern and western hemisphere. So this is in the western part. South America lies mostly in the southern hemisphere. The Andes, world's longest mountain range, runs through its length from north to south. So this has the mountain range. South America has the world's largest river, the Amazon. So the Amazon is the world's largest river. Here you can see this river is the world's largest river, known as the Amazon. The next continent is Australia. Australia is the smallest continent that lies entirely in the southern hemisphere. It is surrounded by the oceans and seas. It is called an island continent. So here we can see Australia. It is the smallest continent and it is also known as an island continent. This is present in the southern hemisphere and it is also surrounded by ocean and seas. The next one is Antarctica. Antarctica completely in the southern hemisphere is a huge continent. So here in the southern hemisphere, this one is a huge continent. The South Pole lies almost at the center of this continent. As it is in the South Polar region, it is permanently covered with thick ice sheet. So if you see it in Google, you will see that there is ice, and there is thick coat of ice sheets. There are no permanent human settlements. Many countries have research stations in Antarctica. India also has research stations there. These are named as Maitri and Dakshin Gangotri. So, India also has research stations in the Antarctica. So, children, I hope you understood this about the continents and the all the three spheres: lithosphere, atmosphere, and hydrosphere, and together they form biosphere. So for your homework, you have to mark the continents on the world map and paste it in your notebook. We will meet again in the next class.